Hello, friends. Good Sunday evening. I'm just sitting out here relaxing. Uh, I went to church and I came home and I went to the store and I came home. I ate and I said, let me go out here and sit. So I've been sitting out here watching some old black and white movies, which I love because to me, they're less stressful than a lot of the stuff on television now. And so I was watching, and then all of a sudden, they were watching me. So I've just been sitting out here in the den, just enjoying the day. It's sort of an overcast, cloudy day today, but that's all right. It's still nice, and it's still pretty warm down here in the south too. And so I said, let me pull out my exercising machine for my legs and my feet. And so I'm sitting out here and I'm exercising. Now, let me tell you about this machine. I have the kind that you plug in. And so, really, it makes your feet go around. And let me start this. Let me start it. Let me start it so you can see. Now, you see how I'm just making my... Now, I'm going to tell you, I ordered this from Amazon. And I ordered it last year. And I use it probably about 4 times a week, at least 3. And I can tell a difference in my legs, in my feet, and in my thighs, especially in my legs and my calves. They're stronger. And I noticed this when I started using it after about a month or 2, and I was in the store. And, you know, sometimes I'm leaning all over the buggy and dragging somewhere. Well, now I'm stepping up. I'm like, well, wow, I'm springing up. My legs are springing up. They feel stronger. And I think it's because of this machine that I've been using. I think this machine, like I said, I have the kind that you plug in, and it actually makes your legs go around. Now, there are kinds that you have to manually do. Well, I had a choice. I really wanted to kind of make my legs and my feet go around. Sometimes I sit here and I'll watch a movie or I'll watch a television program or I'll listen to music. And my feet are going around. I'm getting exercise, blood flow. I can feel it. You know, like I say, it's my legs are getting stronger. You know, I can, not that I ever had a problem with standing because I don't, but I can tell there's strength. More strength in my legs and they're stronger. So I'm sitting out here talking to you, and as I'm doing it, you can see my feet going around and around. They're being pushed around and around by this machine. You know, friends, Sunday afternoons are quiet. They're different from what they used to be. You know, when I was growing up, Sunday afternoons were full of laughter. The house was full, food was in the air, fumes of food was all outside. It was in the air. People dropping by, cousins, uncles, nephews, nieces. You know, they knew that on Sunday afternoon food was going to be available. You know, homegrown food and home prepared food. That's really what I want to say. Home prepared food. Collard greens, turnip greens, mac and cheese, sometimes fried chicken, home fried chicken. Ham, home-baked ham, you know, homemade cakes, homemade pies. Because my mother and her sisters were great cooks, and that's what they did. And so we would have fellowship, kids would be outside laughing and playing, the cousins and the grandkids, and we would be in the kitchen. And it was a buzz in the house, life in the house, laughter in the house. It wasn't so quiet like it is now. Now, maybe it's just quiet for me, or maybe it's just quiet for seniors. I really don't know. Or maybe it's just, I don't know if it's really quiet for younger people because they have a lot to do. They have a lot to do. But I guess as we get older, we settle down and, you know, life changes. Life changes. And so it's quiet. Now, sometimes the quiet is great for me, and I really, really enjoy it. And then sometimes I kind of like want the days of yesterday. You know, the laughter with the kids, the smells of cake and pie, and in the air, my sisters and my mother and her sisters talking, and the kids playing in the yard, and it was just different. Now it's like it's quiet. There's nothing wrong with quiet, but I miss those days. I really do. I miss those days. My mom is gone. My aunts are gone. My uncles are gone, and everybody used to say, "Let's go to Big Mama's house." Big Mama gonna always have something on the stove, and Big Mama gonna always welcome you, and we gonna always be loved and feel at home at Big Mama's house. Well, a lot of Big Mamas are gone now. And of course things change. I know they change. Everything changes. I heard somebody say this one time, everything changes and even the change changes. I didn't think about that. Even change changes? I think it does. I really do. I think change changes too. So I'm just sitting out here, getting my exercise. I really need to be out there walking in the neighborhood. I'm a little lazy today, y'all. I am. I just want to sit here and let this thing make my feet go around and around. No effort. It's just doing the work for me. And so come in, Charlie. Come in, Charlie. Come in. I believe Charlie is camera shy. I believe he knows when I put this camera on. And it's like he said, I don't want to be videoed, Mama. And so he'll go, because normally when I say, come here, Charlie, come on. And I think he may be a little afraid of this thing going up and down too. But you see, he's sitting right here beside me. It's a lazy day for him too. I cut up some chicken that I had bought from the store today. He eats dry food. And so as a treat, I put a little chicken in that dry food, and boy, did he go to town. He loves me to put some. In fact, this is what he does. Sometimes he won't even eat until I chop something up and put in there. He tries to wear me out. Sometimes he'll go all day and the next morning looking for me to put something with that dry food in his bowl. And I have to be careful because Charlie has a sensitive stomach, and I don't want to upset it. But he tries to wake me out now. He really does. So as you can see, Charlie, hey Charlie, where you going? Where you going, Charlie? Are you camera shy? Are you camera shy? Why are you so camera shy? Huh? Why are you so camera shy? So anyway, it's just a quiet day here. I just wanted to give a shout out to my friends. Say hello. Hope your day has been what you wanted it to be. Hope you have just, enjoyed the things you wanted to enjoy, whether it was a service at one of your churches or wherever you have your service, or whether it was just online services, or whether it was just sleeping late, or whether it was just catching up on talking to friends and relatives, some of them who still work, and Sundays are good times to just call, even though we live in a text world. I was telling a friend of mine, I remember when things were so much more personal, and people just didn't text. People just picked the phone up and they call, hey, how you doing? To me, that's how I feel about it. It was so much more personal. There's nothing wrong with texting, but when I get a call, to me, it's more personal. And for me, I enjoy it more. But now, if you don't have time for that, or you into the texting era, there's nothing wrong with that. But Sundays are a time where I could pick up the phone and call my sister, or call my friends, or call other people, my family, and they're just relaxing, because it's a relaxing day. People are getting ready to go back to work tomorrow, Monday. Oh, I used to be among that rat race. Washing, cleaning, getting the kids' clothes ready. I used to, when I raised my kids and I was married, I would cook big dinners on Sundays too, from scratch. And I could collard greens and mac and cheese. Well, I could never really make mac and cheese. My mac and cheese would always come out so dry. I could never get it to be creamy. I don't care who told me how to fix it or what recipe I followed. It will always not be creamy. So I gave up some time ago. Just like I gave up on cooking biscuits. My mom used to make the best biscuits. I could never make biscuits. My biscuits would be so hard and dry, the kids wouldn't even eat them. The dog wouldn't even eat them. And so I said, everybody can't do the same thing. Some people have a trademark on certain things. Some people are good biscuit makers. Some people are excellent. Now I tell you what I can make real good: sweet potato pie. Now I can make some slam down sweet potato pies. In fact, during the holidays, my children and different friends asked me to make them pies because I can make some good potato pies. But I've never been good at making apple pies, cherry pies, banana pudding, stuff like that. Now my mom and her sisters, oh Lord, could they cook homemade cakes. You don't see homemade cakes too much now. They're all processed. Even the ones you get in some of the restaurants, they're just processed cakes, But oh, those cakes, butter pecan, butter pound, sour cream, lemon, oh God, made from scratch with real butter, real ingredients. And love was put in that. They were just full of love when they were serving for desserts after dinner. You could tell that love was put in making these cakes and these pies. You could tell that love was put in making the dinner. Everything was so good, so delicious. And so I don't do a lot of cooking like I used to because I live alone. Now who's going to eat all that food? I certainly don't need to eat all that food. But, friends, it's all good. It's all good. So today is a kind of a slow day for me. Like I said, I hadn't really, been involved in a lot. I really didn't cook. I bought some fried chicken up at Kroger, and I bought some of that Reese's potato salad. They had it on sale. That Reese's potato salad is really good. It's really good. And then I had some frozen string beans, and I put those on and seasoned them. And that was for my vegetable. And I found as you probably know, I've been diagnosed as being diabetic. So I wear one of those things on my arm, and I pretty much try to do the right thing as far as eating what I eat. I don't always do the right thing. I ain't gonna sit here and lie and say I do. But I try. And so a friend told me about this ice cream by Breyers. She said her husband was diabetic. She said she bought it by Breyers. It's I think you call it carb-free or carb. It's got carb something on it. And if you want to know any more about it, I'll put it down there so you can see it. I haven't tried it yet. I have the Neapolitan. So I bought some of that, and I think later on I'm going to get me a couple of scoops of that Neapolitan ice cream by Breyers to see how it is. I'll let you know how it is. And she says it's creamy and it's good, and she's not even diabetic. So I try to watch it. I try to manage it. I keep an eye on my A1C, and my doctor does too. And it's good. She said I manage it very well. And so I'm thankful for that. But I'm going to let you go now. I just wanted to just check in, to share, to say I love you guys. I hope you're having a wonderful day, whatever you do, wherever you are. I hope your day is good. There's so much going on in the world now. We live in such a busy, noisy world. Busy and noisy. So it's all right to have quiet Sunday afternoons. But I do miss those cakes, collard greens, mac and cheese, the humming in the house, my mom and my sisters talking, the playing in the yard, the kids playing, even the babies crying sometimes. It just was full of life. But things change. Things don't always stay the same. And I do believe that even change changes. So I'm going to say good evening, good night. Well, it's not good night yet because it's only, like something to 6? I guess I'm saying that because it's so cloudy and overcast. I'm going to get up and walk around here, and maybe the camera will follow me, and it will show you that it's kind of overcast out here. Come on, camera. Come on. Well, it's not going to. Let's see. Come on. I told you I'm new at this. And so, see, it's kind of overcast outside. See that? See how it's kind of overcast? You know, it's kind of overcast. You know, I have these spots on my flowers. I'm heavy-handed when it comes to watering my flowers. I think I water my flowers too much. And so I'm going to share with you, there's some spots on mine. They call it a corn plant. Where is that corn plant? I'm going to show you. See this corn plant? Well, you're so far back you probably can't see it. See if I can bring the camera up so you can see it. This corn plant right here, it's getting spots on it. Brown spots. I don't know if you can see them. I don't know if it's coming from me watering it too much. Let's see if I get a little closer and you can see it. See if I... Can you see that? Can you see them brown spots on there? Probably not. Like I said, I'm getting used to this camera, and you all probably saying, my goodness, Mary, get the camera stable. You're probably saying, my goodness, Mary, stabilize the camera. But you see how it's a pretty cloudy outside? See that? Overcast. Overcast. Just a little. Yes. Anyway, I don't know what those spots are. Next time I'm not going to use the tripod. I'm going to get closer with the camera. Maybe you all could tell me what those spots are on my plant. That corn plant is the only one that has these spots. You know? And you know, this time of year, maybe, well, the plant is getting enough sunshine. Maybe it's just getting too much sunshine. Maybe I'm giving it too much sunshine. Maybe I'm giving it too much water, because I mean, I just douse my plants, but I can't hardly help it. I'm like, oh, they're thirsty. Let me just, you know. But you see, let me stand here. Let's see. Yeah. So I'm going to say goodbye. I love you guys. Have a great evening and a great night. And I'll talk to you next week. I love you.